So after what feels like an eternity of waiting, we may actually have a release date for MCC on the PC. I know it hasn't actually been that long. I mean, the initial announcement for this coming out was back in April, so we haven't been waiting all that long, only about 7 months. But I don't know about you guys, but ever since they've announced it, the only thing that I've been wanting to play is Halo Reach on the PC with 144 Hz and uncapped frame rates. I can't wait, I can't wait. And so this latest reveal or leak has definitely got me excited. For those of you that don't know, earlier this morning, or it would have been in the middle of the night for those over in the US that would have been making these changes, most likely, the Microsoft Store listing for Halo MCC on the PC got updated with a release date of the 3rd of December, whilst a separate bundle for the Xbox One got a release date of today. It's worth mentioning that doesn't mention anything about Halo Reach, so whilst there is a lot of buzz around that, I don't think that's actually that important in the grand scheme of things. I don't think that's got anything to do with the Halo Reach release, so I don't think we'll see a Reach release today. For the Xbox, I think that would be too much. I think that would be, bearing in mind that we haven't even finished flighting yet, and whilst that is for the PC version, still it seems a bit ridiculous that they would release the game whilst beta testing still on another platform. But that's the latest leaks as they've happened so far. The interesting thing to keep in mind, and like I say, I don't think this has anything to do with the release of Halo Reach at the moment. The interesting thing to keep in mind is that XO19 is happening later on tonight. That's the Inside Xbox show. And not only that, so not only does the Xbox bundle release date coincide with that, it also, the release date given and the release time given coincides with the end of that show. And on top of that, Halo Reach has been announced as having a sneak peek segment in this show. So I'm very interested to see what's actually going to be shown here and what the effect of that's going to be. Again, I don't think this is going to be a release. It'd be awesome, don't get me wrong, I want it to come out, I want it to, drop already. I want it to drop right now whilst I'm recording this video, but I don't think that's going to happen, especially not when we're still flighting for the PC version. I know, 2 separate systems, 2 separate kind of problems going on there, and so that means, yeah, technically they could release the Xbox version early if it's working, because they can still iron out the problems with PC afterwards and just get a copy of the game out for some of the audience that want it. But again, I don't think that's going to happen. Nothing that has happened today has indicated that that's going to happen. I think a lot of people are just jumping on that date and hoping, that's what it means, when I don't think it does. But that does, however, still leave the question of the PC release date that's been given kind of open at the moment. It's probably very important to point out now that none of this has been officially confirmed as of yet. We haven't had any replies to any of the Reddit threads that are currently ongoing regarding this. There's nothing in the Halo official Discord, so no official confirmation. It's also worth pointing out that the latest flight, Flight 3, which was the PvP campaign and firefight flight, has actually been extended until the 18th as well, the 18th of November. And if you actually look in the Discord, if you look in the Halo Reddit right now, you will see quite a few threads indicating there's still a fair few issues that need to be addressed. So whilst, yeah, the 3rd of December is quite some time away, it's not actually, it's not at all. It's what, 17, 18 days. So, that's not a lot of time to iron out some of the issues that we're seeing. I mean, some of the threads are actually talking about, delays in response time, upwards of sometimes 300 ms in terms of actual, time between taking an action and that actually happening in the game, which obviously is, particularly if you're going to be playing competitive, that's unplayable, realistically. So I think it's definitely worth taking all of this with a grain of salt. We've seen in the past where listings like this actually turn out to be either a mistake, they turn out to be a placeholder that then gets changed to something else. It does seem odd that the release times for both the PC version and the Xbox One version are different. From what we've gathered, and unless we've been misreading the communications from 343, the plan was to release both of these at the same time. There wasn't going to be a delay between the two. So when you look at, if this was a mistake, if someone made a mistake by posting this up, why is there a difference between the dates that are given? That seems odd to me. Maybe I'm looking too far into it. Maybe I am. But I'm very interested to see what happens in the XO19 presentation. It's also worth noting, in regards to that the schedule for that has just been released, and Halo Reach does appear on there as a sneak peek. So if they did plan on releasing it for the Xbox One, which potentially they could, considering that the actual Xbox One flight apparently went very well and there weren't actually that many bugs. So if they do actually go ahead and release that, I could see them doing an early release for the Xbox One version with the PC version being delayed a bit more. That would make sense. That would explain the difference in the dates. But in regards to that, we will just have to wait and see how the event goes and what they actually show. So that's where we are right now with that. At the moment, no official confirmation on anything. So this is all just coming from a listing on the Microsoft Store. As someone who in their professional life has to work with Microsoft on a fairly regular basis in regards to one of their products, I can definitely say that there's a lot of disconnect there. So very easy to see how a mistaken listing could have been made, and there was just no communication with 343 in regards to that. Very easy to see how that could have happened. So I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I'm very interested to see what happens in the XO19 presentation. I think that's gonna kind of answer all of the questions that are up in the air. I'm hoping that they do announce, at least give some kind of indication of a release date there. That would be cool. Obviously they're still flighting, so who knows. There are still a lot of things that need to be ironed out, so we'll see how they kind of approach that topic as well. We'll see how much that's mentioned. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in regards to this. Do you think this is just a mistake, that someone's just accidentally updated the store listings without really kind of communicating with 343 in regards to this? Or do you think that actually this was a mistake because they weren't supposed to do it yet and there was going to be some kind of drop later on today? Chances are the majority of people that see this will already know the answer to that. But yeah, if you see this before, please let me know what you think. And also, let me know, are you excited for Reach coming back? I know for a fact that I am. So if you are, please let me know. And you know, let's get together. Let's post up your Steam names or whatever, and let's join up and we can play some games. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully we'll know more later on today. Until then, I will see you guys later.